think this is like the main part of organization that I always had trouble with. Like I always made plans that were like super super big or super super small, and I would never feel good when I couldn't get the super super big stuff done, and I would always feel like dumb when I only got the super super small stuff done. So I think, don't make things too difficult, don't make things too easy. I won't really go deep into like the essay stuff, but just know that like the essay stuff might be there. Okay, I can skip to apps. So apps that I use, Google Calendar, Todoist, and I just use like a piece of paper on the side with like stuff that I have to do. And then a lot of my friends use like the Focus app, and then like time lapse, like they take time lapses of themselves doing work, and that also make sure like they don't use their phone. So it's like very impressive. So this is basically like what my calendar looks like. So these are like some of the blocks are like for classes, but some of them are also for like when I should study and when I want to. So like I usually study around here, and since I'm on like the West Coast and like my school's on the East Coast, all the classes are like pretty early. But then this is Todoist, so this is like my Todoist for a couple like days or so. And then within it you can put like the problem. So I haven't done problem 2, 3, or 4, but I have done problem 1. So yeah. And then Chrome extensions, the Focus app, basically what I use. I can talk a little bit about motivation.
Wait, I have a question before that. Why do your friends take time lapses? What's the benefit?
Because then they're not on their phone.
I do that.
Yeah, it's kind of smart actually, because your phone is there, and then you can sort of look back at it and see like when you're the most productive and when you're not, and then you can sort of like, if you're not productive, you can just stop and be like, hey, 30 minutes, I'm done.
Yeah.
My friends are also like trying to get TikTok famous, so they try to do time lapses of themselves as much as possible to get the views. Yeah, and then I can talk a little bit about motivation. Do you guys want me to keep sharing my screen or not? Is this like helpful in any way?
Either or, yeah.
Sure.
Okay, I'll stop sharing my screen because
I'm sure you spent time making that presentation, so you should.
No, it's all good. It's all good. Okay, I'll stop sharing because I can see you guys. I think for motivation, you just have to like if you have stuff that you have to do, like you need to do it. That's like the one thing I say. Like you just have to get your work done. It doesn't even have to be pretty. Like you can spend 15 minutes and then like take a walk for like 30 minutes and then do another 15 minutes of work. You just have to get it done. And for motivation, I guess, you're a junior and it's like a pretty tough time, but if you do incredibly well your junior year, especially during COVID, I mean, colleges are going to notice that. Like for other people, it might be like, oh, like online school might be difficult for them, so their grades might slip a little bit, but the colleges sort of give some leeway for that. However, if you can like get even better during online school, colleges are really going to notice that, and they're going to be like, hey, this kid's adaptable. They can sort of fit the situation that they're in, and that's like really important for college, especially because you're in like a different place, and you have to like walk to get food. You have to walk a long way to get food. You're gonna have to like do laundry by yourself. So if you can sort of show that you're above, the rest of the kids, especially your junior year, it's a tough year. Do that. Know that your work now that you put in, it'll pay off. It'll hugely pay off at the end of it. And my mom always like told me like what we do at like our school is we have like a college day or whatever. And everyone would wear like their colleges, and she's like, you want to feel like you worked your hardest at that point. Don't leave anything on the table. You want to go all in at every point. So maybe that's some motivation. Also, like if you're trying to go for pre-med, you're gonna have to learn this stuff a lot more. I think one of the misconceptions about college is that once you're in it, you can specialize even more, and that's not really the case, especially with like core classes and stuff like that. You're gonna have to redo math, you're gonna have to redo English. For pre-med, you're gonna have to redo biology. If you can get a really good grounding in biology right now, you're gonna be so good, like by the time like college comes around, that you're gonna be able to like focus on getting your internships and stuff. So all the work that you're doing like right now sort of is like laying the foundation for like stuff that you're doing later. So that's a little bit of motivation. Yeah. I wish I worked harder in high school, especially freshman year. Like I only like snapped into it sophomore year when I realized that like I was gonna have to go to college and like do all this stuff. So freshman year was kind of a trial period for me, but then like summer before I really started to like try to do better.